Welcome back, everybody. I'm Tony the Blacksmithing Gamer, and here on this channel we make things from the video games that we love. This week we finally cleaned the workshop. We did the fourth iteration of the Metro Exodus watch, and we're introducing a new segment, Tony's Tool Time. So the workshop is somewhat more organized, and by that I mean it's in some semblance of organization. And hopefully that means I could be a little bit more efficient with my time in here. I find a story I keep telling myself is that there's too much to do and there's not enough time to do it all in. Maybe it's just something that happens the older you get, with responsibilities in life, or maybe it's just the things we tell ourselves that we have to do as adults. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to stop showering or something, but I want to start taking back those little moments where I'm doing a mundane task that's not really directed or purpose-driven. And part of that is organization. This last week when I was in here working, I was tripping over things that I hadn't found a place for yet, and it just slowed everything down. I feel like disorganization in other parts of my life is probably having a similar effect. I just don't realize it because it's not as physical. So we've finally come down to what I think is the final version of the Metro Exodus watch. The 3D print will go together something like this. You just put it together. I'll have either some glue or some screws holding it together. The glass, which I just so happened to find in the garage, it's fits perfectly. I see that it's frosted, but I'm working on grinding that down so it's nice and clear. And then the actual circuit will go mount to the back, and these guys will go to the buttons on both sides, and hopefully by the end of next week we'll be done, and I'll show you the finished product. I've had to make a few different iterations just to explain. The first version, I thought that I was going to be mounting it through the front plate here. I was thinking I could use the actual screws and mount them to the back using the front. The problem is the board is going to be in the way, so I can't really use that hole because it doesn't line up with the circuit's holes. So then I came up with this idea. So this idea, it doesn't have the little tabs, which I printed out separately. They're just the little offshoots for the watch here. I was thinking to hold the glass in place, I would just screw those on, but they're so small I can't even control them, and I don't think they would be able to hold the glass very tight, especially in plastic. Kind of dropped that idea. I've made a few iterations of the strap. So the original idea is just to loop the strap through these guys, mount the board using the holes, and just a little bit of an update for the Metro Exodus watch. It is still getting done. It's just a little bit more time working out a few of those details. So I'm still waiting on my vise. Hopefully it does get here at some point. So I started thinking about one of the tools that I'm going to need when I start milling things is a tool called a caliper. Basically, it's a tool that helps you measure things, how wide they are. Normally, you can use a regular caliper, like this one. But when you have a ridge or an edge where the regular caliper doesn't give you access, you need to use a different type of tool. It looks somewhat similar to this guy. This one specifically is the golden ratio caliper. So, for example, when you have the kunai, like the one I'm working on, you have this little ridge in the middle that you gotta find out how deep that ridge is. But with a regular caliper, you don't really have access to it. So what you do is you get a caliper, which basically looks like pinchers. You gauge how wide it is. You take that caliper, line it up with a ruler, and that'll tell you roughly how wide it is. So today, we're going to make some uncalibrated calipers. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button down there below. Or, if you want to follow me in any of these social media websites, you can get daily updates on the projects I'm working on. Thanks again for watching. For next week, hopefully I think we're going to be done the Metro Exodus watch. I'll see you next time.